everybody. We are here again and home, in your home. Well, like yesterday, many of my people, maybe like 6 people, 3 from my homeland, he asked me to cooking frijol con puerco. Frijol con puerco is the mix of the like a chicken soup, but with beans and pork. That's one where we have at this moment here. We want to see the steam. Okay, to start it, I just making this, and you have to write a note. We go and make it to pick up a piece of paper and a pen or pencil, and we go to making rice. The rice, everybody's have the secret of the rice. For me, one cook that know how to make a rice is a good cook, and it's very simple. Have different techniques, a lot of techniques. I'm making cinnamon tea, very nice for the diabetic, drinking tea like that all day long, like a water, and going to be fantastic. I don't know how to start here. I think it will go start with the rice. Okay, in this container, in this pot, I put a little bit of olive oil. That way we go making more or less for 2 people, at the most 3 people. Rice, 1 cup of rice. This is the only thing that have the rice. You have to measure it very, very, very well. You got to put the rice with a little bit of oil. Then I already mash the garlic. Don't use the garlic that come in the containers or in the jars or whatever. The flavor is horrible. Take the little garlic here, chop it, ready, and put it aside. That can't happen. Okay, put it aside, mix it. What are we going to do with this? Okay, we're going to explain you step by step. Many people say, well, you don't have to put oil. If you want to your rice breaking very well and separate, you add a little bit of oil. Every grain of rice have an oil. You can toast it a little bit, just a little bit. I don't like too much. My mom, she like more. We can make it the rice without fry. Okay, we can make it that different. We're going to show you, and this time that we got at home, we're going to show you a different techniques. But this one is one very Spain style, from Spain, and of course Mexico adopted and making a fusion with a different type of vegetable, with a different type of paint, with a different type of herb. We add it to the rice. Okay, cooking a little bit, and Hugo, how many cups of water for how many of rice? 2. The low of the rice is for each rice, for each size, no matter what the size. This double of water. When you make it like this. When you make it in a rice cooker, the game is different. The game got to be a little bit less, because a little bit less of water, because the pressure and the seal of the cooker is very well, and don't leave too much steam. Okay, for each rice, I go to put, of course, North, made in Mexico. I will tell you something, not is because I don't like to make it in the United States, the North. The make it in the United States is more salty. This one is making with bun and with chicken. The flavor is more mild, more natural. This is the only reason. I don't care if you make it in Mexico or in other countries. Like if you make it in Japan, if you try the North from Japan, it's more mild. It's more or less tastes like Hinomoto. And different one, we got to add this much. We got to make it to boil. It is boiled right now. Look at how much boiled. And this moment, I will turn it down very low to the number 3, and I will cook it. I will cover it. When we finish the rest of this stuff, the rice have to be done. I try to make it very easy or short, but I want to explain you, and I want you to know why is this, why making this, and you learning special the techniques that we have the chef and why we do it. Like this. Look at this. Garlic, burn the skin. That's what I need right now, and I will show you how. And how I'm going to use it and why. Okay? Well, I want to turn a little bit the hood to explain this one for a moment. Okay. This is the beans and water, and we have, I buy this pork that for me we need a little bit more fat. We cut it in a little chunks like this side, and we put inside. We cooking just the pork with beans. Okay? But we started now because the beans go to take more or less around 45 minutes to cook. I don't season it, and to this moment that I want you see why I season it like that. Okay, we go to use, normally my kitchen here is electric, but normally I like with gas, and I don't have my torch. I promise that tomorrow I'm going to bring my torch. And I have this onion that is burned.
How did you burn it, Chef?
I will burn it in the pan, but it's better when you have a gas. I will take half for here. I let explain you why. And here, I just go to cover it like that and give it this flavor. Why I'm burned? If we look at in the history, we don't cooking with gas or with electricity and the centuries before. We cooking with wood. And to take that flavor, we go give you with the ashes that we cook in this skin. And we go to add this skin. This is the secret of the Mayan cuisine. The garlic is burned too. The onion is burned. But the most important, the ashes. I need the ashes to put inside. Many of my people, inclusive in Mérida, Yucatan, don't know why. And the reason of why is because we want to our food taste like a 1 century ago, with the making, with cooking with wood, and that flavor we got to make it with the ashes. Well, this one is almost done. We got to cover again. Okay, we put garlic, we put onions. I add 1 tablespoon of chicken bouillon, and I add already sea salt, okay, or pink salt. We will try a little bit more. My little bits are different. Okay, we got to bring one of the main ingredients in the Mexican culture. This herb is epazote. The smell is strong, it's delicious, I can describe this one. How you describe me, Sean, this one? It's earthy, but the flavor is stronger like mint, but this is different. The epazote is so intense, it's so delicious. And like we go to making this, we go to add the epazote this way. Normally we buy fresh. We buy fresh in different stores, and we make in here. And we do it like that. Now, I'll change the stuff.
Where do you buy your fresh epazote?
The fresh epazote normally I buy it in El Torito, and the Mexican stores in the San Antonio, over there in the Independence Avenue, most of that stores. Now, I go to making, in the meantime that I finish this one and my rice, we go to making one salsa. The name is chili tomate. Okay, the chili tomate we making with tomatoes. I burn the tomatoes. Don't take the burn. I need the burn to give you that effect. And it's just the tomatoes, don't have nothing. You see me that I add a little bit of onions. I go to add a little bit of cilantro. I go to chop a little bit of cilantro. Okay. Just to add a little flavor. And this one, they call is molcajete. And this one is the stone that we got to making the chili tomate. This is the blenders from 2,000-3,000 years ago from my ancestor. The people that don't know, I'm a fusion, because all the family from my mom is from Spain and my dad is Mexican, and I have in the middle of two cultures, and I am American because I have 20 years over there of my life, more than the 2/4 of my life here. And when you are American citizen, you try to share your passion, the colors and the texture and the flavor with the rest of the people. We go to add a little bit of salt to this one, maybe a little bit of pepper. And at this moment, this is the sauce that we go to use to eat with the frijol con puerco. We have rice, we have the salsa already. You want to add habanero pepper? Remember yesterday when I told you how I'm making the habanero? Well, I just take the habanero, I chop it very small, and we put in one little jar, add lime, and this another one we got to use here. Wow. I love it. Look at the color. Look at the fresh of the salsa. It is fantastic, phenomenal. Now, next step, we go to use radish. I already cut radish to make it a little bit faster. A little bit faster. And what I do with the radish, my mom cut the different ways, but for you guys to make it a little bit more like a fashion over there at home, take it like that, make it this, and making it long like a julienne, making julienne thing. And this food is very classic in my homeland. Every Monday is the food of every Monday. We chop cilantro, and now we go to chop a little bit of onion. Every time when you are a cook, you see when it's a cook, depends how you use the knife and touch or cut your onions or your vegetables. You see the cut, very simple. We go to cut it, this little onion, to add it to my garnish. Now, for adding another part of my garnish, we go to use the lime. But we go to use the lime with the whole skin. Like it. We go to making this. And we're taking the skin. Do you see it? You want to see it close? The skin, and chop it with the lime juice and take it all together. Put it like that. And I go to add here. I love this. I love it. Many people don't ever see it. Hey, you go to eat the skin? Yes, we go to eat the skin. If you have some question, let me know. Now at this moment, I got to take a little bit of pork rinds, and I will add the pork rinds to my frijol con puerco. You can add the pork rinds like you can buy it in San Antonio or any Mexican store with a little bit of the pork rind, but the skin with a little bit of chunk of meat. It is the bacon, and you can add the little pieces. If you have meat, add it in the first pan. If you don't like this, then put it the last moment. We go to see how is this. Almost done. This one is the beautiful plate, and we go to make it like that, and then you take a little bit of the lime inside, take a little bit of the onion. This is for you, Mission, okay?
Okay.
This is a little bit of cilantro and a little bit of radish. Wow. And for the top of all of this, we're going to put 1 big tablespoon. Wow, I tell you, wow. And we're making this.
Arroz.
And then we have the rice ready. We have the rice ready. You see how easy? Beautiful, huh? I will tell you, my mom at home separate the meat and put another plate and making something and my mom making something like we call in Maya language puch. Take the meat. This is my mom made it like that to my dad. My dad was a very special guy to eat. And then taking like this and making puch. You want to put the beans here. You see how tender is the meat? And then you add the rest of the stuff. It's two different ways. But for me, this one is the best way. Wow! Mama, wherever you are, thank you to teach me this. Guys, look at this. Look at this. Wow. Thank you very much to coming to my home, your home. This is today frijol con puerco. Frijolito con puerco, como decía mi mamá. Muchas gracias a todos los que nos vieron. Very nice to everybody that we see it. You see how easy it is. Making your comment, making your questions, and please share, like, and talking about us. And this one got to be in our YouTube channel. Thank you very much. God bless you. God bless you, this beautiful country. And God bless you, our people. Cooking from here, from the heart. Thank you, everybody.